Hello everyone. Today is International Women's Day, and I kind of feel this energy. Not that I'm a woman, but I did come from one, so I do have feminine energy in me. So I understand what today means. Uh, Funny thing is, yesterday I had close-up encounter with three powerful women in my life. Um, um, Sorry, give me a sec. Three powerful women in my life um, in a day. Usually that does not happen, and I could these three ladies, they open up what they had inside, their pain, their sorrow, and they showed it in a form of anger. And I did not know by the end of the night what was happening, but when I woke up this morning, only realized that it was International Women's Day, and I already had plans to come to the Leisuva, my home, where I can recharge my energy. And while I was doing that today, I knew I had to share something about uh, my truth, about what I see in a woman, or what my view is, or my perception is, or my connection is with a woman. Um, so okay, I know a lot about what woman is through my mother. I had so many encounters with women that I had a problem with them at one point of time, and I almost, I was really pissed, and I started generalizing them, that all women are the same, mind gamers, type of words they use and things like that. But that's only their strength. But through my mother, I know what their real power is, and I'm gonna talk a bit about um, what do we have, what my purpose is when it comes to women, because we are planning to do a lot, bring a lot of truth about what. First thing first is motherhood, right? Women are Mother Nature's awareness, and that's why they're naturally good at cooking, because they know how to blend natural elements. That's how they were good at making medicine before they were burned alive. And so I'll talk about birth. You know what? A woman should. This should be a journey of a woman. This is how I picture it. Okay, a lot of you may get triggered, but I'm gonna speak my truth, because I have to have honor and I have to talk respect. And truth is the only way that we can connect with each other and help women who are suffering. And when a woman gives birth through with the help of a male, before giving birth, a woman has to be fully aware of who she is. She should be able to control her emotions. She should know how to use her words. She should rid herself from loneliness. She should be fully aware of how the world works, how psychology works. She should be at peace. You know what I'm getting at. So what I'm trying to say is, a woman has to be woke and enlightened of who she is, and 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 this is really powerful. When a woman finds herself, knows her powers, and why she has the essence, the magic to bring a new life on earth or this plane. And that's not something light. They bring life through their body, from their body. And we really need to respect that fact, because right now we do not. I can promise you, we burden them with kids and expect them to raise our kids, and while we give excuses that we are earning outside. That's not parenting at all. Why did you bring a kid into this world when you are not connected or have sufficient wisdom and knowledge on how to raise a kid. Firstly, once a woman is awakened, full of love, enlightened, focused, and not a control freak anymore, not insecure about her body anymore, and fully connected with her body within. There's a reason women have periods, you know, monthly, 7 days a week, minimum, maximum. It's because pain is the greatest teacher, and pain every month when they go through this pain, subconsciously they have to reevaluate themselves, because a woman's mind runs faster than a man, and that's what the Eve story is. The serpent is actually the mind, and they have more thoughts than us, which makes it very hard for them, to connect with themselves, because then they start identifying themselves with their body and their mind, and we give them this space, and we have no right to do that, because they are the awareness of Mother Nature. And so I believe this is what I think, during when they start, at the age of 12, when they start menstruating and go through these cramps, it's supposed to be a time of solitude for women and girls, where they have to spend time alone, not away because we think they dirty or something, but a time in solitude where they can find themselves and get themselves back in control again on how to run things, because they are like helpers. They always have plans and how to, bring out love. That's their duty, much like how Mother Nature is. It's there to give love, and we take so much from them and we don't give it back. That is why we are killing our planet, because and the evidence is how much we are disrespecting our women. We have sexualized the whole world. Look at how we view a woman. A woman passes by, first comes into a male's mind is sex. And I'm not gonna blame men for it. I'm not gonna blame women for it, because that's what we have in our collective consciousness right now, which is egoic. And we all need to come out of it together by bringing out truth about who you are as a woman and who we are as a man, and what our role is, because we are opposites and opposites attract, and when something attracts like that, it's supposed to be a puzzle. And when something merges like that, we're supposed to bring out love and creativity, because we are beings of love. And I'll tell you why. So once a woman is fully awakened, knows what her pain is, and fully stable and ready to give out love, then a woman should have a child, give birth. And during these 9 months, a woman has to make sure what she's going through, and an ideal partner, a husband, should be there looking after these things, because this is the time she's dealing with two minds in their body, and that so much thoughts to look after, and say that's why parenting is just not for one. That's why we are there for a reason. you know we are the puzzle in parenting, but the we still we still think we in a state of reproduction. We still think we in a state of surviving, when we should be in a state of creativity. And 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 the knowledge of creativity has been hidden from us. Not anymore, because I truly believe in a time where real change is coming, because enough of the darkness. There's so much darkness. I know it's almost sunrise, and I feel it in my gut, which is why I'm speaking about these things. you know and once okay, so during the 9 months, when you are carrying that baby, growing that baby in your womb, with your partner's help, you should be thinking love. You should be at peace. You should be spending time in nature. You should be drinking real water, not chemicalized water. You should be eating fruits. You shouldn't be eating meat at all, because meat, when we kill an animal, it dies in pain. So the cell system of that animal records pain, and when we eat it, we just don't feed our body. Our body is the setup, or the vehicle for our consciousness, which is something spiritual. Pain is something of the spiritual. It's not not physical. So we take that in as well. That's why, it's really important when you're bringing a child into this world. You need to be fully aware and awakened and focused. You have to be woke of who you are. So, when you during these 9 months all the way to the lead up to the day the child is to come, there should be stages on how your thinking pattern should be with the help of your partner. I'm only talking about women right now because it's your day, right? uh, I know where men like. Trust me, we've been the biggest culprit. I know that, but I'm talking about what I think about what knowledge is needed right now about you. So yes, so we really need to focus on diet, you know, on what you are eating. Everything has to be natural, and when you are eating it, you have to know how you are, how you mix what your food is, how you mix your food inside in order to create that life in your body. Because through the food we giving, when we eat the fruits or vegetables, it has seasons, and our body has seasons as well. That's why these things are there made for us, so that we can be one with nature and connected to ourselves. So diet is very important, and it's not something we should, right now we only eating for the taste and pleasure of our body. Everything's outer experience. It's all pleasures and emotions and all these things, and these are our addictions. So, uh, and birth, right now we are laying, our our mothers are laying back, on a bed and pushing a child dry, in front of strangers, you know. And when that baby comes, they cut off the umbilical cord, instantly. Do the doctors know what the umbilical cord is for? If they really know their job, you should know the umbilical cord should fall off itself. When the transfer is complete, that's how nature works. That's how we work. But everything, so you guys are programs. That's why you do not know how birthing works. That's why all this is a business. That's how you get salary. Maybe you guys know the knowledge and you're not giving it to the people. You may be getting, thinking about these things, but if you teach these things, you'll lose your license. That's why we should not be attached to this world. We're gonna die someday. Obviously, we have to face death. It's a transition. But in order to go to that place, we need to understand why we're here, what our purpose is. And if you lie to yourself, will you be happy? You're not gonna be happy. I can promise you. I've been lying to myself for, before I woke up. So I've been role playing my whole life, getting people to like me. It never worked out for me. Okay, so yeah, okay. Right way to give birth, after the lead up to, mental, after through your thoughts, through your peace, through your love, through your thinking patterns, you made your child. And when it's ready to come to this world, the right way of giving birth is water birth. You should be, after spending time with nature, towards that's the build up, right? And then you have to give birth in water because you have to stand up. That's how a birthing system is. The the suction of the water, the mass of the water will pull the baby out, easily. You won't even feel pain like that. You will feel pain, but it's a very soothing pain, unlike when you are pushing laying in your back without gravity. you, uh, you know do you see what's happening? you know I can't do it alone. You as a woman have, and as mothers, should come together and bring this knowledge out. Don't live your life in fear anymore. So that's the right way of giving birth, and I'm gonna look into it, that we are ready to bring children to this world, not back to back children. So when the baby comes, inside, through the water birth, the process of the water birth, obviously you should have a woke midwife or midwives, right? Who helps you give birth. She should be a woke lady who knows what birthing is, who knows what mother nature is, who knows what being a woman is. Not a male doctor who's only there for salary. So when this happens, there should be a setup, a whole family or your husband should already set up your 3 day stay where you gave birth, and wait for the umbilical cord to fall off. And during the time, those 3 days when the umbilical cord falls off, you will be transferring your thoughts, your love, your emotions, specifically, precisely, the knowledge of the outside world, of how it works, and how your child needs to be ready of the outside world. So when the baby is out and umbilical cord connected, that's the fastest way of transferring knowledge without breaking. And at the same time your baby is outside absorbing what nature is, what the world is breathing. you know Obviously, air must be going in. So what I'm trying to say, that it's trying to absorb and adapt to what the outside world is, because a child needs to be ready, because a human child possesses free will. That means we have the awareness of the universe, and the knowledge passed down, um, depending if it's a girl or a boy. If it's a guy, knowledge should be passed down about what a guy's purpose should be, and a partner, ideal husband should know, awakened man. Your partner should be awakened. You should choose the right partner, choose the right person who you decide to have a child with, and for that to happen, you need to be aware and woke and living your truth. So during this transfer, when once it's done, when your child is ready for the outside world, the umbilical cord will fall, and your baby is ready. And then from there, it's all about love. I've been spending a lot of time with my nephew, and I realized that he needs love and affection. He needs the parents to pick the child up, till when they're 3 to 5, and just hug them. During the time you hug them, you have to be at peace, you have to be vibrating in a love frequency, you have to be vibrating in a gratitude frequency. This is a time where you are passing your consciousness, your subconscious mind to your baby, and your baby growing up. Both parents should be doing this consciously. I've been with when I'm carrying my nephew, I am fully in the now. I'm focused. I take his energy of love, that of healing, and I give it back to him consciously. I just don't hold the child just for the sake that if he fall off to sleep, and I can put him to bed. you know it's a very magical time, and we do not have this knowledge into details. And both parents should be available during this time. And you know as a mother, we should have this knowledge and wisdom, on how we should be raising our children. Not that you're not raising it right. It's because we were raised the same way. Our parents did not have sufficient knowledge about these things. So we can't blame anyone. We can't blame ourselves. I know every mother knows what love is, but we have our own shit to deal with. If we're not at peace and we're hugging the child, and if you're in anger, or taking hard drugs and looking after the child just to make him fall to sleep so that he can go do another round of your session. What do you pass that child? You pass loneliness, you pass anger, you pass hatred. That these guys, when they grow up, what do you think they'll practice? And I've seen a lot of parents, they have so many children back to back. They don't even, you should have the next child after 3 or 5 years after one you've done giving that energy and time and affection to your child. So you know so it's no one's fault. I believe we were living our lives in darkness so that we can appreciate and value when the light comes. And I believe the light is coming. The light is here because we are talking about it. And I don't know if I've missed anything, or I don't know if I spoke too much, but I know there's only at least one of you out there who understands what I'm trying to say. And I'm part of the People's Alliance party right now, and we're quite progressive right now, and things looks in place. And when we win, we will look into these things. Right now parents are busy with their life, making money, trying to survive, and by the time they come back home, they're tired. They can't. If you're tired, you're frustrated from the day's work, you've not recharged yourself, not found peace yet, after the day, and you hold that child, what do you pass? you know Early morning you rush and your kids go to school. There's no affection. and you leave your child with babysitters. Some ladies are out partying. They're single mothers. They're out partying, and the child is with their mother, or their parents, or something like that, or nannies. You know, we women needs to stand up. Guys are idiots. They're lost because they don't have pain to deal with every month. Okay, so you can't be blaming us like we can't blame you. All I'm saying that you are more woke. There's a reason you have long hair. That's why we have, we're different. We know that you are woke. We know that you are powerful. You know, it's time that you start leading us now. And not take me or all this personally, but look at it as a lesson. And if least you can do right now, mothers and women out there, we're trying to look at these things. We're trying to help people where the root problem is. We're not going to patch up things anymore or use band-aids anymore. Okay, so I'm part of the People's Alliance Party, and these are some of the things we're looking at, not to get parents engaged in looking for money that they lose all that time to raise a good human being, because a lot of parents I've seen, they don't give that affection. Now they give phones to their kids just so that they can fall off to sleep and not come in their egoic life, take their time, because everyone's busy in the phone making TikToks and all these things, and work and clubbing. So least you can do wherever you are, be that change, be that miracle with love in your heart. If you're a mother right now, let's start building our children, passing conscious love to them. You know, uh, no offense, I've seen a lot of Fijian families, they have so many kids one by one, even Indians too back then. Right now, everyone's guilty, but I'm just speaking few things I'm observing. A lot of crimes are done. The street boys, there are a lot of Fijian boys, and these boys did not find love and affection when they were growing up. So they got rebellious from an early age, because you still craving love from your parents, and there's another child, and then there's another one, and the parents are not fully, and they use this ammo, which is fear, to raise their kids. If anything, they flick the finger or hit them, they hit them, you know. And their psychology, as child psychology, it craves love to grow, and when we give it fear, give it hate, they become rebellious. These guys grow up into drugs, these guys grow up into crimes, and they get this rebellious psychology, and it's not even their fault, and it's heartbreaking. And we looking into all of this, and I promise you, assure you that we will make Fiji the way it should be. We will make our women the way they should live their life. We want to bring love for everyone, and I believe that women can help us men who are very into our egoic nature. And don't have to come out. You don't have to come out and protest anything. All you have to do is just register, be the change, be the miracle wherever you are, and just vote for us, so that we can finally stop our people getting oppressed. We less than 1 million people. We can be living like kings here and queens, but it's not happening right now. Have you seen the amount of domestic violence we have? It's only because men do not know who they are, women do not know who they are, and these men and women were the children who did not have affection growing up, who did not have conscious messages passed through. And we were not even born the right way, so we can't blame or get sympathy for anything, because pain, all these challenges, were darkness within, and we rose up from it. You know how the lotus flower is. It's so beautiful, it rises above mud or dirt. Our lives should be like that, and we are walking towards it. So if you are out there listening to this, I'm sorry for the long video. um, please vote for People's Alliance Party. I work for Mr. Sitiveni Rambuka, and he is a changed man, and he's working with us, and he wants to bring real change now. He can be out with his family, forget politics and living his life, but he's here to make a difference, and I'm going to support him, and he is hearing us out. So these are some of the things we're looking at. We're also going to look at education system, and children shouldn't be going to school, that long hours away from parents. because education should be at home as well. Education should be practical with parents. Education should be traveling with parents. Education should be traveling with parents in nature, learning about animals. A lot of things we can learn. But right now we are programming our kids Monday to Friday, so many hours while parents are away making money and for the rich. And you see what's happening. This system is not working out. So generally we're trying to change the Western system, and bring something based on love. And all you can do, least you can do, is just vote for us. We promise you that we will deliver, because we are getting connected with each other. Everyone in our party, everyone working together, we're getting connected with each other. We are spending time alone. We are recharging, and we most likely will go in a fast on a fast, as a team. There's lots happening. So you know I'm sorry if I might have offended you for being straight, but that is my truth. And I might have projected some of my anger in it, or my own projections, personal life projections. But I'm sharing what I am with you, and I hope we can meet, you know, somewhere we can create both men and women, and our children. Thank you for time. Thank you for time. Have a blessed Women's International Women's Day. Thank you.